style. That's me and you.
Just taking a last look around.
I took my last look around last night. I'm not gonna look anymore. Have you seen my blue jeans?
No, I haven't.
Just as I thought, they're in your suitcase.
I thought those were mine. I was gonna wear those in Mexico.
Well, you'd look pretty strange with a zipper going up the side. Pack these.
Where are mine?
Oh, Dad!
Ellen! What's this?
I've left Marvin.
Where'd you leave him?
No, I've left him for good.
Oh, you're not kidding.
No, I'm not. Oh, and I was so upset that I didn't bring any money with me. Will you pay the cab driver, please?
Oh,
it's $8.50.
Would you step in for a moment, please? My wife has some cash. All I have is traveler's checks.
Traveler's checks? Dad, what is happening with this house? Why are there sheets all over everything?
Well, that's something we haven't explained to you yet. Annie?
Yes?
Could you come down here for a minute? We have company.
Yes. Who is it?
Ellen,
what are you doing here?
She left Marvin for good.
You left Marvin? What do you mean you left Marvin?
Would somebody please pay me my $8.50?
Oh, she didn't pay the cab driver. Do you have any cash?
Yes, just a second.
What's the matter? Aren't you glad to see me?
Yes.
Guess what?
Well, it's just...
It's just that what?
Well, it's unfortunate that you picked this particular time to come home to your folks. Right now, you don't have a home, and also, you don't have any folks.
Dad, you're not making any sense.
Well, your mother and I have sold the house.
You sold the house?
And we're going to get a divorce.
Here's your money.
Thanks. But if you don't mind, could I stay a minute?
Divorce?
Oh, you told her.
Yes, I did.
You two are getting a divorce?
Yes, that's right.
Well, when did all this start?
Well, about 6 months before you were born.
I don't believe it.
Neither do I.
But why? Why?
Marvin, come on in.
I brought her clothes to save her the trouble of coming after him.
Well, thank you very much.
Oh, don't mention it.
Oh, come on now, you two. Don't be ridiculous. You've only been married 2 months.
You've got a right to talk.
Now, just a second. That's no way to talk to your mother.
What is happening here? Marvin, do you know what's happening?
Well, yeah. Yeah, you walked out on me.
No, not that. I mean, what's happening here?
Well, no, what?
You'll never believe it.
They're getting a divorce.
Who?
These two, my mother and father, them.
I don't believe it.
See what I tell you.
Hey, really?
Yes.
Somebody call for a cab to the airport?
Oh, yes. Will you wait just a minute?
Sure. I don't mind. But if you want to catch the 4:45 plane...
Well, it'll only be a second.
Hey, buddy, come here. If you're going to do something interesting, stick around.
What?
I want to know why you and Dad are getting a divorce.
Yeah. I mean, after 23 years.
See, my fair walked out on her husband. That guy right over there. And she went right back home. But your fair is getting divorced.
What, the two older ones?
Right.
Well, why?
I know why. Sit down. Okay, I'll tell you. It's a simple thing. Your mother and I made an agreement. We agreed that we'd split up just as soon as you got married and settled.
We just stayed together for the sake of the children.
Children? What children?
You're the children. Look, you're a married woman now, and you know everything, so I might as well tell you.
Tell me what?
Well, your mother and I got married because she was expecting you.
You mean you were pregnant when you got married?
Well, just a little. But it was enough.
Gee, I didn't think that happened back in those days.
It's a very shocking thing for me to find out.
We weren't too thrilled about it either.
And you stayed together for me. I didn't ask you to.
By the time you could talk, it was all settled.
Oh, besides, it was worth it, believe me, to see you happily married.
What do you mean, happy? She just walked out on her husband.
Hey, where did you come from?
Just calm down, buddy. As far as I'm concerned, it's your fault. Sure, she ruined your fishing rod that took 38 books of stamps. But she just came home from the doctor. She was all upset.
Doctor? Hey, what is all this about a doctor, huh?
What do you care? You're only interested in your old fishing pole.
Now, wait a second. You didn't tell me you'd been to the doctor.
Well, you didn't give me a chance. You were too busy shouting.
Okay, Ellen, why did you go to the doctor?
Well, I'm certainly not going to tell you now.
What? Oh, hey, you're not,
Hey, that's it.
We're having a baby.
How about that?
Hey, really? I mean, is that true, really?
Yes, it's true, and I bet you're really proud of yourself.
Darling, why didn't you tell me? Hey, we'll have a little girl. We'll call her Ellen Jr. And if it's a little guy, then...
We are not going to call her anything. I'm not having my child raised by some sadistic brute who goes around shouting and screaming all over the house.
Oh, how often can you ruin his fishing pole?
Well, your mother's right. Now, stop this nonsense. You kids have got to get back together again.
Yeah, at least until the baby gets married.
Oh, no, I'm not going to make the same mistake you made.
Mistake? Was it a mistake, sweetheart?
Not for me.
Oh, me either.
Oh, I suppose that's why you're getting divorced.
Divorce? Who ever heard of two people getting a divorce just when they're going to be grandparents?
You don't think I'm the kind of a man who'd walk out on an expectant grandmother, do you?
But you sold the house.
Well, we'll tell them the roof leaks.
Can I say something? Look, a kid needs a father.
Sure, he's right. I mean, I take him to juvenile court every day. You know, kids without fathers.
You mean someday our kid might be in a taxi going to juvenile court?
Sure beats walking.
Marvin.
Now, Ellen, take it easy. He's gonna need a father. I mean, I can teach him how to play ball. I can take him fishing.
You can't. I melted your fishing rod.
Oh, well, you can use Grandpa's.
What? Whatever you say, Grandma. Hey, you know, that has a nice ring to it. Grandma.